A very good evening to all of you. This is Yogen from Forsk Coding School. Guys, can you please confirm that if you can hear me? Okay, I can see the count on the yes button now. Okay, people are clicking on yes. Okay, fine. Okay, got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So guys, welcome again to Fast Coding School. And today we are at day 4, right? In the last 3 days, we have covered couple of basics around, Java programming, Java coding. And the Monday, that was the orientation day, we discussed what the Java is, where it is being used. And guys, what are the various editions of the versions available and what tool we are going to use. And that tool was rappel.it. That's the online cloud-based tool, and that tool we are using to write the Java code. On the day 1, guys, we understood how we can take input from the user, how to make a print, right, how to declare a class, how to compile the code, how to run the code, how to clear the screen. Those things were there. And yesterday, that was and even we have understood about guys, yesterday, that was the day 3. We have understood how we can play around with the control flow in Java. We can play around with the looping. And guys, if you remember, we understood all the concepts in an incremental fashion, right? We started with some hard coded value, and then we understood how we can make it user dependent, how we can take the values from the user directly, how we can typecast them, and then putting them the age condition in if, and then making use of else as well, where to exit, where to continue. Those things were there, if you remember from yesterday's discussion, guys, right? And then we also understood that how you can make the code repetitive, right? How you can bring the use of loops. And there was a good question in the last doubt session, that how to understand that where I need to use while loop, or where I need to use the you know a for loop, right? And today as well, Sylvester, I think, will let you know that what the for each loop is, a very small concept, but I think that is being used in Java. So if you you have two kind of loopings basically. One is definite looping, and the second one is known as indefinite looping. So in indefinite looping concept, you don't know in advance that for how long or how many times the particular loop will run. And in that case, as long as the condition is true, it will continue to run, right? As long as the condition is true, right, it is going to run. In that case, while loop is the best way. So we use the do while. If you understand from the yesterday's discussion, guys, right, you can use a while loop as well. And if you are already aware that this is going to run for so many times only, right, so that means you know the count, how many iterations are going to be there in the looping. In that case, you use for loop, and that was example we had. And we also understood how to use the arrays as well from yesterday's discussion, guys, right? And how you can make use of arrays, and a couple of string functions were also there, equals, or like and to handle the case insensitiveness as well. Those things were there, right? So guys, uh, do you agree, guys, around this, that yes, we have covered it so far? And then I will come to the agenda, that what is the agenda for today, right? Again, we have a very interesting session coming up for today, right? So so guys, two things for you, right? Two things for you, so that please respond whenever you are asked to respond for a a query or for a feedback, right? Because that makes the instructor as well, that keeps the instructor motivated, that you guys are putting efforts from your side as well. You are also listening, and you are, are taking pain to understand the concepts well. That is very important, right? So that you always, you should always respond to that. The second, the point I want to make before I discuss the agenda for today. As you guys know, that we have already floated the registration for the certifications, right? Certificate. And first of all, I would like to thank all those people who have shown faith in us, for, faith in Fast Coding School. They have paid for the certificate, and obviously, this supports us to run these free programs, obviously, right? Because that way, we can sustain ourselves as well. So that is the one announcement for you guys. I think 40 plus guys have already registered for certificate. I think 43 or 44 count is there. Coming to the today's agenda, guys, right? As per the schedule, we are going to discuss the part 1 of object oriented programming concepts today, and that is going to be very, very important. So I would request everyone to put a good focus on what is being taught today, and have your doubts cleared in the in the end of the session as well. And today we'll understand the basics of the object oriented programming, and that tomorrow we'll take a couple of advanced concepts in that, and we'll try to keep it as real as much as possible, right? We'll try to keep it how exactly industry is using object oriented programming concepts. The less focus would be on on the theoretical part. We'll try to cover that how practical things happen if you solve a problem using object-oriented programming concept. It's a design paradigm. It's a paradigm in computer science. It's a paradigm in computer science world. It's a kind of a pattern which tells you that how you can solve a problem using object-oriented programming concepts. Java is not the only programming language which supports object-oriented programming concepts. Python is also there. C++ is also there, and a couple of other programming languages are also there. So I think Sylvester is now ready to start with. So guys, are you ready to start? Are you excited to start now? We can start now. Okay, so now I'm getting the count, which is increasing well. Okay, good going, guys, right? Good going. So Sylvester, are you ready there?
Yes, sir.
So over to Sylvester now.
Good evening, guys. I'm really very excited today because from the past few years, I've been helping students understand what is object-oriented philosophy. Okay, that's very important. So I've been in touch with a lot of faculty members, college, universities, and I've seen that a lot of times students know and focus only on the syntax of object-oriented programming. That is not the focus of our class today. What I would like you people to learn is there is a design pattern in the industry, what you call it as a design pattern. Okay, and when I say design patterns, design pattern means there are predefined ways of solving a predefined problems. How to solve predefined problems? That's the concept of design patterns. And this concept evolved over the years. So if you people must have heard, C is a language which is a procedural language. Okay, a C is a language which is what? Which is a procedural language. Okay, and if you see C++ or Java, they are known as object oriented language. Okay, so I think so this concept is clear to everybody, that there is two concepts. One is known as procedural, one is known as object oriented. So our focus today is the object oriented part, and my personal focus is that I would like to make you understand what exactly is an object oriented principles. Oops. So that you people can use this technique to actually solve real world problems. Okay, so what you guys see is, in the real world, there are lot of objects. Okay, so in the real world there are a lot of objects, and all the objects what you see around you, they can have two important things. So all the real world object in the world what you see has two important things. The first is known as the state, and the second is known as behavior. Okay, and I would request everybody to be very patient today. Have patience. Okay, Sumit, I cannot be very fast. Okay, try to learn what exactly I'm trying to teach you guys. Okay, so in the real world, every real world object, whatever you see with your naked eyes, they have two things, two important things. One is known as state, another is known as behavior. And what I'm trying to teach you today is, guys, that from a real world, how can you people create what is known as two things here, what is known as a class and a object. So this is very important, guys. Again, restating it. Okay, everything what you see in the real world, आप लोग जो भी अपने real world में देखते हो, whatever you people see in real world, they have two things. They have a state and they have a behavior. Okay, and whenever we see a real world object which has a state and a behavior, we can map into any language using two concepts. One is known as class and another thing is known as object. Okay, at present I'm not defining these things, I'm making you understand the process. Once I make you understand the process, I'll define each and everything. Okay, so let's take an example now. Okay, so I'll take an example now and you people tell me what exactly these two things are. So I think so, guys, you people can now see a study lamp. Guys, can you see a study lamp on my screen? Yes, there is a study lamp. I want you people to now take 30 seconds and tell me and list me what are the state and what are the behaviors of this real world. Exactly, guys. What is this? It's a real world object. What is the real world object? It's actually a study lamp. Now tell me what is the state. Okay, and state also is known as characteristics. Okay, so what I can show is characteristics of that. So guys, tell me, you can chat with me now, and on the chat window you can tell me what is the state or characteristics of this lamp. So somebody is saying it glows, somebody is saying it is on and off, it emits lights, white is color, very good. There's a switch, very good, there's a switch. Very good. Okay, solid in nature, light provider, it's tangible, somebody saying it's emit light, it can bend, it looks like snake. Guys, okay, stop now, stop now. Okay, now what I can do is, depending on your real world object, now I can say my state is either my state here, I'm just trying to define this, guys, either my state is either it is on or it is off. Do you people agree with me? Either it is on or it is off. So that means the state is either on and off. And if I see a behavior, of this, there is this switch here. Can you see this switch? It's a power switch. Okay. So using this power switch, so what I can say is there is a behavior which is known as a power switch. Okay. And using this power switch, what I can do, I can change the state. Do you people agree with me that using this power switch, I can change the state of my real world object? Okay, and if I am able to do that, that means now I am able to differentiate between two things of a real world object. One is the characteristics and one is the behavior. What is the characteristics? Either my lamp is on or my off, and behavior is using a power switch I can change the state of my real world object. Is this clear, guys? So when I want to actually map this real world object, I need to create a blueprint of it. Guys, try to understand what I'm trying to tell you. If you actually want to make this real world object in a factory, just imagine I want to put a factory which creates what? Which creates a lot of study labs. So what I need to have? I need to have what is known as a blueprint. So whenever you people make a house also, you make a blueprint, no? Similarly, I need to create a blueprint. And how to create a blueprint? The blueprint is created in the form of what? In the form of your class. Is it clear, guys? So what is a class? A class is a blueprint of a real world object which matches what? Which matches the state and the behavior of the real world object. Guys, can you confirm me on with yes or no? Is this concept clear to you people? I am able to define a real world object. I was able to define a class. Is it clear? A lot of people saying yes. Okay. I'll define the class again. Okay. I'll explain once more to everybody. Listen carefully, guys. Okay. What is the step? When you visualize a real world object, try to understand what I'm trying to say, guys. When you visualize a real world object, in our case, it is a study lamp. Try to make a list of two things for a real world object. The first is the state or characteristics of the real world object. And second is what? The behavior of the real world object. So if I see my lamp, it has only one state. Either it can be on, it can be off. When it is on, it gives light. When it is off, it doesn't give light. And how to control this on and off? That's known as a behavior. So if you can see a button here, the black button here, that's my power switch. When I switch on, when I click it, when I use my fingers to click it, it changes the state. That means I'm trying to tell you that there is a way in which behavior controls the state of the object. So in my case, this power switch, what this power switch is doing, it is controlling the state of my lamp. Either it is on or it is off. And if I want to make a lot of lamps like this, I need to set up a factory. Fair enough, no? I need to set up a factory. If I need to set up a factory, I need to create a blueprint that what will be the design of my lamp, okay? And that designing part in coding is known as what? Class. Is it clear, guys, now? Can you people now again confirm using yes or no? Is this statement clear now? What is a real world object? What is state? What is behavior? And what is class? Perfect, perfect, guys. Very good. Okay. Now going to the next part now. You can stop chatting, guys, now. Next, going to the second part. I need to define this object. I told you guys that this class of mine is just a blueprint. Okay, that's not an actual lamp. That means using that blueprint of lamp, I need to create actual lamps. This process of creating the actual lamps is known as object, or also known as instance. Okay, so this is a new keyword, guys. Now again, wherever you want an actual lamp, what you will do, seeing the blueprint, you need to create what? An actual lamp. That process of creating an actual lamp is known as an object or a instance. That means without creating an object or instance, there is no use of the class. Is this clear, guys? Are the definitions clear now? I was able to give you 4 definitions. What is a class? What is an object or instance? What is a state or characteristics? And what is a behavior? Is it clear? Good. Okay. Now I'll give you a small exercise. You people tell me next thing now. Guys, what you can see, what is this? Guys, tell me what is this? Perfect. That's a radio. So guys, can you people tell me now? I'll give you again 30 seconds. Okay. Within 30 seconds, can you now give me these 2 things? What is that? I want you to now differentiate for me. One is state and another is behavior. Okay. State is also known as what? This is also known as characteristics. Okay. And behavior is also known as functionality. Give me, guys, give me this now. So a lot of people have started responding on the chat now. Okay. So a lot of people are saying what are the state here, what is the functionality here. Okay. So somebody is saying state, behavior, power switch is there, good. Knobs are there, very good. Lavender color is there, sound is there, very good guys. Okay. Chavi is saying play antenna is there. Bob is saying power switch is there. Frequency changer is there. Good. Sorry, I forgot to display the image. Changing the FM station is there. Very good, very good. Please hold on now, guys. Please, please, please now. Stop chatting, guys, please. Yeah, I got it, everything. Don't worry. Okay. Somebody asked me what is the difference between characteristics and functionality. If you can see and feel, that is known as characteristics. And what you can do is known as functionality. Guys, can you see? Okay. I'll give you an example, Amey Girkar, and this example is for everybody, that what is the difference between characteristics and functionality. I'll try to explain you. Okay. Can you see this marking here 0 and 1? Can you people tell me, guys, please hold on. Can you people tell me, is the radio on or off? Guys, can you people tell me, is the radio on or off? A lot of people are saying on. You know why, guys? Why this radio is on? Because you can see there is a label here, 0 and 1, and this red one is below the 1, which gives me an indication that my radio is on. Okay, so what I can say here that I have a power status. Okay, I have a power status which gives me this part, which tells me whether my radio is on or off. And if you can people see, this is actually a switch. This red one is what? Switch. I can do what? I can move it to the left, I can move it to the right, I can move it to the left, I can move it to the right. That means I can do some functionality. Okay, that means with the power status, there is also one thing which is known as your power switch. This is a very important concept, guys. Try to understand this. Whenever you try to see a real world object and try to map a state or characteristics, you will find that there is, or there might be, a behavior or functionality which changes the state or character. Similarly, guys, can you people tell me, is there a switch for a mode, whether it is AM or FM? It might happen that there is a band tuner frequency. Yes, there is a band tuner. If you can see this part of your radio, this is used to do what? Change what? Your frequency. Okay. So what I can say, there is a characteristic which is known as frequency, and there is a functionality which is changing that, and let's call that as band tuner. And what I can do, using this band tuner, I can change my frequency from 88 to 108, whatever you people want. Yes, Sudhanshu, sound is also characteristics, right? Okay. So what I want to highlight you people is, if I see there is one more thing, I can call this as what? My volume. Okay. So there is again one more thing which is volume. Okay. And I can up and down that, increase or decrease. So I can call this as a volume tuner. Okay. I can call this as a volume tuner. And what this volume tuner will do, it will increase or decrease my volume. Is this concept clear, guys? Are you people with me now? Can you people on the chat tell me, is this concept clear? That seeing a real world object, can you people now make a list of characteristics or state or behavior and functionality? This is the first step whenever you want to create a class. Okay. Then Sumaya, I'm okay. There can be an antenna. okay, whether the phone has an antenna. So let's see, I am doing this, there is antenna also, okay, there is antenna also, there is a color also. What is the color? There can be a brand also, the brand of my radio, okay, whether it is AC powered or battery powered, okay, whether it has a headphone or a speaker, okay. These can also be your characteristics. Yes, somebody is right. There can be a size also. I can give a size also. You people are all right, guys. Okay? Just imagine, guys, I gave you 30 seconds to visualize a real world object. And what you give me? You gave me a list of characteristics and behavior. That's the beauty of this concept. If you people try to visualize more, let's imagine I give you 2 days to understand and visualize a real world object. What you can able to do? You should be able to create a list of state and list of behavior for that real world object. Okay, so now what I can do, using this as a starting point, what I need to do, I can create a class that will be my blueprint. And if I want to put a factory of what? A radio, I need to create what? Objects for that. Guys, is this clear now? The class, the object. Good. Now moving towards the third one. So guys, there is a small, a class can become an object cannot become a class, Praveen. Okay, it's not possible. You will always create a what? You will always create from a blueprint the actual object. Okay, so that concept you need to understand, that you need to create a instance or object from a class. Okay, so before I go deeper, I would like to give you a warning, because what I'm trying to do with your brain now, the chances are that after introduction of this concept, I will make you stop thinking about whatever you see around you. That means whatever you people will see now around you, you should start mapping in the form of what? Real world object. And try to do what? Map it as a state or what? The functionality. Okay. So let's take another example now. So hope both the examples are clear, guys, to you people. Both the examples, the radio as well as the lamp. I'll take another example to solidify your concept. Okay. I don't remember, you people must have seen this or no. Let me take a photograph first of this. Guys, tell me, have you people seen this Pez? क्या जब आप लोग बच्चे थे, छोटे थे, आपने ये खाई है? मैंने तो खूब खाई है. Guys, tell me on the chat, yes or no? Just tell me, have you seen Pez? Do you know about Pez? Only 5 people have told me yes, and 35 people have said no. Somebody is saying yes, somebody is saying no. No problem, no problem. Okay. This used to be a small object. Please stop chatting now, guys. Okay. Please stop chatting now. Let's concentrate now. Okay. I'm taking a third example, and I teach you now, using this third example, how to create an actual class now. So it's very important concept now, guys. Try to concentrate now. This is known as a Pez dispenser. What is known as? It is known as a Pez dispenser. Okay. And it has, if you see, this Pez dispenser is a beautiful toy for a small boys or girls. When I was small, I used to eat a lot. Okay, there used to be some character on the Pez. If you can see, this is Pez 1, this is Pez 2, this is Pez 3. And on the Pez, you have different characters. And if you can see, within this Pez, there is a coil. A spring is there. Okay, how to use that? I'll teach you that also, how to use that. Because if you are not able to understand this concept, you won't be able to create a class for it. Okay, this is how a Pez used to come. It's like a toy. Okay, and within this is known as the Pez dispenser, guys. What is this is known as? A Pez dispenser. This is known as a Pez dispenser. And what do you mean by dispenser? Which gives out Pez. And what is Pez? These are sugar candies. Small sugar candies. Maybe in different flavors. When it started, it was used to be a peppermint one. Then came a lot of fruit Pez also. Maybe an orange Pez or a strawberry Pez or different flavors also. Okay. So now when I go to the market, I get a Pez like this. When I get a Pez like this, see now guys, I can pull this. You can see this is a white one, coil is there, I can pull it, okay. When I pull it, now what I can do, I can fill it, I am loading it, okay. So this process is known as loading. And what are these small? These small things are sugar candies, maybe peppermint, maybe of some fruit, and this is known as what? Pez. Okay, and then I fill it till top, and you people know how many Pez can come in one Pez dispenser? Maximum 12. So try to, yeah, it's like a same bullet magazine pistol. You're right. Okay, I can fill it. See guys, I have filled it. Filled it from where? For my sugar candies. Okay, and how many I can put? Maximum I can put is what? 12. And once I have loaded it, I'm trying to close it. Okay, here I have closed it, and now I have my Pez. And now guys, whenever you people want to do what? Whenever you people want to eat that, what you need to do? You need to open this. Okay, and when you open this, it pops out or dispenses one Pez. Guys, have you able to study this real world object now? Okay, is this clear guys? I want to put a factory of this Pez now. I want to create a factory of this Pez dispenser. Is this clear guys? So now you people tell me, what is the state and behavior of it? On the chat, give me guys, what is the state or characteristics and what is the behavior? I gave you a story guys, depending on the story you tell me. Color, size, very good. Empty, state can be color types, beautiful. State is coil. Pop-ups, pop-up with dispense, very good. Capacity, very good. Yeah, you can give a list. I'm preparing that. I'll teach you something now. Yes, good. To make it very simple, guys, I know you people have given a lot of help to me by giving a lot of state and lot of behaviors. Yeah, toy face, cartoon on the top. Very good, Anju. Very good, Sagar. Okay. Now, please stop chatting, guys, and now concentrate on my story now. Again, next part. I have tried to minimize my pes now. Okay, I want to put a factory now of what? My pes dispensers. So what I've said is I have divided into state and behaviors and given these two states. I'm trying to make it simple, guys. I'm really happy that you people have given me a lot of states and lot of behaviors, but I am taking the minimum state and the minimum behaviors which are required. Okay, guys, I'm trying to only take that. The first is character name. What the character name will store? What is my character? Is it okay, guys? What is my character? And the second is pes count. What is the actual count of my pes in the pes dispenser? So these are the only two states or characteristics of my object. Okay. Second, if I see a functionality or behavior of my pairs, I have only two functionalities. I can do only two things with this pairs, no guys. Either I can load it, that can be to a maximum 12, okay, and if I open the mouth of the character, what it does, it dispenses it, okay. So I have only two behaviors, dispense and load. Guys, is this clear? But there is one peculiar thing that is very important, guys, you need to see here. When I load, my pes count will become what? 12. Are you people with me? When I load, it will change the state. Which state? My pes count. But there will be no change in my character name. Why? Because when I create a new pes dispenser in my factory, when I create a new pes in my factory, okay, I'll give one character to that. Are you people okay with me? Okay, and this two methods or two behaviors, when I say load, it will load how many? 12 pairs. So what will be my count? My count will become 12. And when I say dispense, it will dispense one by one. That means if I want to make my pairs empty, how many times I need to dispense, guys? Tell me. If I want to, when I load, yeah, it's like a stack. When I load, my pes count becomes 12. When I dispense once, it gives me one candy. That means I need to call dispense 12 times to make my pes count 0. Is this clear, guys? Is this concept clear? Just give me yes or no on the Zoom whether this concept is clear to you people or no. Okay, very good, very good. So now I'm going towards the second step now, guys. If you people now are familiar, so guys, just to remind you, what I have taught you people is how to see a real world object, how to visualize it, and make a list of what? State and behavior. Once this list is ready, now I'm moving towards you to a second part. That is how to create a class of it. There were two things you remember in my scribble, how to create class and how to create object. So what is my class? My class is my blueprint. Okay. So what I need to create is a pes factory. Do you people are you people with me? That I need to create what is known as a pes factory. So I need to create two things. A pes factory. Within that pes factory, I need a lot of pes. Okay. So guys, see now what I do. So I'll be creating files now. I'll be creating a file now. I'm saying this is pez factory.java. Okay, so I have created a pez factory.java. It's an empty file. And guys, I taught you yesterday also, whenever you have an empty file, do what? Copy paste your boiler code. I'm doing that only. Okay, and copy paste my boiler code here. Okay, this is my pez factory. You people remember I told you it's a step process. When you create a class, the name of this should be matching with the file name. So what I have to write here? Pez factory. Is it clear, guys? Okay, and whatever you do, you have to write your code here. Okay, so what we are trying to do here, guys, tell me what we are trying to do. We are trying to make a pez dispenser. So what I'll say, system.out, okay, dot println. Yesterday somebody told me, sir, there are different ways. I know there are different ways of printing in Java. I've been showing you the second way. This is another way. We are making a pez dispenser. Okay, is this clear, guys? So this is my pez factory. But you guys tell me, in the pez factory, what I will create? In the pez factory, what I need to create? Guys, give me on the chat. Pez. That means I need a blueprint of that also. You are right. Deepika, you are right. Zara, you are right. I need to create pez also, that pez dispensers. Okay. So what I'll do is, I'll create one more thing. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go to my file. So guys, don't get confused now. There are two things. One is a pez factory, but for pez factory, I need a lot of pez dispensers. Are you people with me? So I need a pez dispenser now. Okay, and within that, I'll be creating my pez now. So what I'll say pez.java. Yeah. Again, this is empty. Same concept. What I need to do, I need to copy paste my boiler code. I'll do the same thing. Okay, I'll do the same thing here. I'll copy my boiler code here. I pasted that. Okay, now guys, tell me one more thing. What is my name here? What should I write here? This should match with this pez, P-E-Z. Okay, and I have to delete this main. Why? You people know the main is required in the factory, not here, because what I'm trying to create here is what? My pez. And this pez is what? If you see my pez, this is my pez. The way which I told you to describe. What was my pez? I'll comment it here. Okay, this is my pez. So I'm trying to now help you people create this class from this structure. So guys, is this clear to you people? Just tell me yes and no, that why I created pez factory and why I created pez. Is this clear? What is there in pez and what is there in pez factory? Very important. I'll come, Manoj, don't worry. I'll tell you how two variables will come here. So guys, just tell me, is this clear to you people? Pez factory and pez, what is the difference? Shushmita is saying no. Shrey is saying please repeat it. Okay, I'll repeat it. Shushmita, I'll repeat it. Don't worry. Okay. Just consider it, guys. This pez is the blueprint of your pez dispenser. okay, and we'll be creating this pes where in my factory. So I have one more class for that factory, and that class is my pes factory. Just a minute, guys, I lost my mouse. Okay, my pes factory. That means in this factory I'll be creating my pes dispensers. So that's why I've got two class. This pes factory, I'll be creating what? I'll be creating my objects here. So creating object or instances of pes class here. Is it clear, guys, now? Okay. That's why there is a main. But if I see my pes, there is no main. Why? Because I don't want to run that program. I want to use this class where within another program. Okay, is this clear, guys? So I'm trying to create two classes now, my pes and my pes factory. Just give me a feedback on Zoom, yes or no? Shishmita is saying it's clear now. Good, Shishmita. Okay. So now I will be teaching you step by step what I have said. Public class pes open bracket end bracket. Now I am trying to make you understand the syntax now. Okay. So guys, this is known, this public is known as access level modifier. What it is known as? Access level modifier. And what I have put it? I have put it to public. Okay. Public means what? Anybody outside this class can use it. Naturally, I'll be creating the objects of this pes where? In pes factory. That's why I have made it what? Public. Is this clear, guys, to you? And this concept of putting public is known as access level modifier. Okay, and access level modifier means what? Who can use it? Public means anybody can use it. Naturally, if a blueprint is ready for your pes dispenser, anybody can use your class to create an actual pes. Is it clear? Okay. The second is the keyword. What is the keyword? Class. That means what? I'm trying to make a class. And the third one is known as the name of the class. And what is the name of my class? It is pes. And whenever you create a pes, I have open and my end. Okay. Now guys, listen carefully. What you can have within this braces of class? You can have two things, the state and the behavior. Okay, but now guys, see, the state which you designed is actually converted into member variables. Okay, and behavior is actually converted into member functions, or they are also known as methods. Is it clear, guys? So it's a very simple rule. My second rule is very simple. Whatever states are there, my states are converted into member variables, and whatever my behavior is there, or whatever my functionalities are there, they are converted into member functions or methods. Okay, so now what I have to do? I have to create what? My variable. Okay, so I'll say public. I want it to be accessed by everybody. Data type is what? String. What I have to store? Character. This is the way or convention. M character name, okay, is equal to what? Let's imagine I am saying McDonald's. So So what I'm doing, I want the Pez which I'm going to make in my factory will have the head of what? McDonald's. Okay. So this is the way to define what? My state. Okay. Why M? This is known as a convention. Okay. And if you people know, I told you that there is a way which is known as your camel case. Your first letter should be small. The second part should be starting with alphabet which is uppercase, and then again what? Uppercase. Okay. This is just a convention. You people can write it whatever you people want. Okay. But I'm telling you that state is converted into member variables. That's why I have used M. M states what? It's a member variable. And this is just a convention. It is not a part of a syntax. If you want, you can remove it. There will be no errors. I remove it, there is no error. Okay. What I have to do? I have to use a convention in the industry. Industry uses a convention which says all your member variables should start with M. Why? If I see a variable which is using M, I'll come to know that that member variable is what? That member variable is a state which is being used by my class. Is it clear, guys? I have created my class and I have created my member variable. Okay. Let's try to create an instance or object now. Okay. Guys, see now. Now, if I want to use this class, I have to go to what? My Pez factory. I am there. Okay. So this is my Pez factory. Clear what I'm doing? I am creating an object of my class. What is my class? Pez. What I'm saying? My Pez. Guys, please concentrate now. It's a very important concept. Okay. What is this here? Class. What is this here? Guys, can you tell me what is my Pez? If Pez is a class, my Pez is what? An instance. That's wrong, guys. Okay? You people are wrong. Everybody is wrong. My Pez is not a object or instance. Okay? What is that? This is known as a reference variable. You people have been taught wrong in your colleges. Here, my Pez is not an object. Okay? What is that? It is known as a reference variable. A concept which is equivalent to the pointers concept. Okay? This reference variable is equal to what? Pointers. And what does pointer store? Pointer stores what? Address of object. So what I'll be using? I'll be using my Pez to do what? Store the address of the object or instance. Is it clear, guys? So this is just a reference variable which is acting as a pointer. And what I will store? I will store address or object or instance, guys. Is it clear? So now somebody is asking me, sir, how to create a object? That's very new. Very easy. New. New is the way to create an object. New what? Name of the class, call the constructor, semicolon. This is the way to create what? Object. So what we'll do? This line will actually create the object for me. But I want to store the address of the object where? In my Pez. So what I'll say? My Pez equal to new Pez. Is this clear? That means now I am able to create the object. Okay. So now you can say here my pres is, let me comment it guys, my pres is pointing towards my object Is it clear guys? Okay, small mistake, my pairs. Okay, is it clear now? It's okay now? Just a typo error guys, Dashanpreet, just a typo. It's okay now? Fair enough. But I want to now print the name of my character. How to do that? Guys, see, it's very important now, okay? So now what I'm trying to say, system.out.printf, I've got a printf there also, is the same functionality, okay? Character of my pes is %s \n and then what, comma. Guys, see now, if you want to access your member variables and methods, you need to use a concept which is known as your dot operator. Guys, concentrate here. You need to use a concept which is known as what? Your dot operator. So my pes is pointing towards what? My object dot. Okay, dot. What is the name of my? What is, guys? What is my name of my member variable? M character name. Is it clear? And now I am able to do it. So guys, now see. Now I am going to my Unix system. Okay, what I'll say? Clear ampersand. Then do what? Java C. What? Pes factory.java. And then what? Java pes factory. Guys, is this clear now? Okay. And now when I do that, beautiful. We are making a pes dispenser. Character of my pes is McDonald's. Guys, did you people see one difference? I have not compiled the pes. I have compiled the pes factory. But it has actually also compiled what? The pes class for me. Is this clear, guys? That when you try to use, and this is because both the classes, my pes factory and pes, are in the same folder. You can see, no, my pes.java, my pesfactory.java are both in the same folder. And when I use it, what happens? When I use it, what happens? It actually does what? It actually compiles my pes also. Guys, println means print with a line, new line character. So if you see, I have not used \n, but then also it is giving on the new line. Is it clear, Abhishek? These are two different functions. So I have shown you two different ways of printing in Java today. What you can use? You can use system.out.println, or you can use system.out.printf also. Both the ways are possible. This is another way of printing on the console. No, you don't. Parsing not required to join two files, is automatic join. Okay. Yes, Ankit, this is the auto compile functionality is there. If you use a class, it auto compiles that. If I'm using a class, it uses that. Guys, give me a feedback on the Zoom system. Is it clear to you people what I've taught in the last 1 hour now? आदर्श वेट कर ले भाई थोड़ा सा सिंगल इनहेरिटेंस आई एम नॉट टॉट यू इनहेरिटेंस प्लीज वेट जो सिखा रहा हूं उसको तो सीख लो पहले so guys give me a feedback on the Zoom yes or no is this concept clear to you that for using a real world object you are able to create a class out of it iPhone 10, I'll take all these keywords afterward, data abstraction and everything. I'm not explaining you now. Okay? Somebody told me to show the code of Pez. The code of my Pez is very simple. At present, I have only converted one state. I'll teach you one by one. Okay? This is the way. Conversion of state into member variables. Now one concept is left. Let me explain you that concept. It's a very important concept, guys. My battery of my pad is gone. Let me put it for charge. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay. I'll come to this Pez factory code. Somebody told to open that. Rajat, I'll explain you that that's a different concept of packages, not today. जैसा सिखा रहा हूँ वैसे सीख लो आज. Okay? I'm trying to explain you this concept, guys, now. Again, please stop chatting with me and concentrate back on the code. Okay? I'm trying to explain you a very fundamental concept of Java, guys. I'll request everybody to stop chatting now and concentrate on the screen now. Okay? I'm going to explain you this. Pez, my Pez, what happens? Okay? In Java, how the memory allocation takes place. In Java, guys, there are two major memory allocation areas. It might happen that you might not be able to understand it in the first phase. No issues. Okay, I'll try to explain you in other classes also. So when you say Pez, you said Pez, and then what? My Pez. And semicolon. Guys, when you did this, actually what happened was some area in the stack was allocated. Okay, maybe it was 4 byte or it might be 8 bytes, depending on what your system. If your system is 32-bit, it allocates 4 byte. If your system is 64-bit, it allocates 8 byte. Is it clear, guys? So in the stack, a memory is allocated of 4 bytes or 8 bytes, depending on your system. And what happens? A label is given to it, and the label is what? My Pez. Okay? This concept is equivalent to what? I told you, this is what? This is my reference variable. What is that? It is my reference variable. Okay? And when you said new, you remembered you said new? When you said new, a memory is allocated in the heap. For what? For the object. And this memory which is allocated in the heap is known as the object, or it is also known as what? Instance. And it allocates memory for what? That M character name. You remember? And what was there? McDonald's was there. And when you said equal to, you remember? So you said new pairs and then the constructor. When it did this, it allocated memory. But when you said equal to and said my pairs, what happened? When you did this, what happened? Its memory address got saved here. So actually it is pointing towards that in the memory. So guys, tell me, is this step-by-step process clear to you? How the memory is managed in Java? There are two concepts, stack and heap. That means this my pairs is reference variable. It is stored where? In the stack area. Where it is stored? In the stack area. How much it is stored? 4 byte or 8 byte. Depending on what? Depending on your system. If your system is 32-bit, it allocates 4 bytes. If your system is 64-bit, it allocates 8 bytes. Where? In the stack area for mypres. And mypres is known as what? Reference variable. Guys, I'm iPhone 10, I'm explaining you the same thing. And when you say new, new does what? It allocates memory in where? In heap. For whom? For press class. So member variables are declared in the heap. And this is known as an actual object, or this is also known as instance. And when you say this, okay, when you say pass this, it initializes the variables. And when you say equal to, it stores the address in this variable. That means this is pointing towards this. In REPL Praveen, it is 64 byte. So it allocates 8 bytes of memory, 64 bit. Is this concept clear to you guys? Please give me a feedback using yes or no. Is this system clear to you of memory management in Java? What is a variable, reference variable, what is an object, and how it is stored? Good. Those who are not able to recollect, I'll request them to see the video again. Okay, they should be able to do that. So I think so. I'll keep it till here only. It's more of the concept that I've taught you. Okay, so tomorrow we'll take the other parts because that's more complex. I don't want to overload you people today. Okay. Yes, Praveen, the first is stack and the second is heap. The objects are always created in your heap. Yes, okay, sir, I think so. We'll take the doubt session now. Lot of people are asking, sir, pehle wale assignment ka solution. I have already uploaded the solutions on the Google Drive, guys. Okay. Somebody asked me, sir, evaluation kaun karega? You can do a self-evaluation now. Since I have uploaded the solutions there, आप लोग solutions देख के खुद का check कर लीजिए. So you need to do what is known as a self-evaluation there. Okay. Yes, Tamil, I don't use PPT. There's no PPT required. PPT के लिए तुम्हें कॉलेज जाना पड़ेगा, तुम्हारे फैकल्टी पढ़ाएंगे PPT से.
Maybe we can also tell them that like heap is like kind of a dynamic memory allocation, no?
Yes, that is there. It's a dynamic memory location. I don't want to go into deep because I think so. A lot of people there who are coming for the first time here.
So guys, how was the class today? Did you get the idea that, you know, how in reality you look at the objects and, you know, how you get a sense that, you know, what is the state, what is like, you know, a functionality, you know, how you can, you know, basically, you know, convert a real world object into a class, right? And how you can, you know, then create an object of a class. So class is just a blueprint, it's just a design, right? So basically, if I want to differentiate between the blueprint and the object, so maybe let's say there there is a company who wants to build a new car, right? Who wants to launch a new car in the market. So first their design team will, sit together, right? The design team will sit together, create a design, right? And once that design is ready, right, then that design actually goes into the factory, right, where each and every part is, manufactured and finally assembled, and that makes the launch of the vehicle. So that, the blueprint, that design, right? So the actually, that was class. And using that design, when you actually, manufacture something or create something, that was the object, or that was the instance, right? So someone has asked me that, like, solutions of the assignments. So guys, every training material is uploaded on the Google Drive, right? Every training material is uploaded on the Google Drive. Assignments are there, sample code is there, solutions to the assignments are there, right? So you can access everything there, guys. You can access everything, right? So how many of you guys are, like, trying with the assignments? Can you guys give me the feedback over Zoom that how many of you guys are, like, trying with assignments? Because if you try with assignments, I think, that way, you can have a better learning, right? So maybe you can take the assignments later on. First you understand the basics, right? So you can go the way, you want to, go. But I think it's a good idea to, solve the assignments as well. That way it gives you more learning, actually, right? That way it gives you more learning as well. And okay, Sika, Mithil Singh said, I submit the assignment. Shreya Ramesh said, I did it. Sumaya Khanam says, I submitted. Okay, Sumaya. सो गाइज मुझे एक फीडबैक दीजिए, आप में से कितने लोग ऐसे, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू गाइज, लाइक, दोज हु अंडरस्टूड the object oriented concept for the first time, right? That was something new to them, right? So maybe they never, read around it, or like they were never taught around it. And and it was a new story for them, right? So Tamil, Salvan saying, sir, it was a little bit hard, but I got it. I understood, right? Ishika Mittal saying, sir, please tell that how we can save the RAPL file in Google Drive. I think that is the only copy, paste you have to write. So just copy the code from the, right, copy that content, and then you create a new file in the Google Drive, and then you can paste the content there, and that way you can save it with the .java extension, Isika. I think there is no export mechanism.
There is one way, sir. I think
Okay.
so. came across yesterday. If you people go on this three dots and click, okay, there's an option of download as zip. So everything can download it as zip, guys. Okay. So if you want, either you can use copy paste or you can use the zip mechanism to download. Is this clear, guys?
So Praja saying, sir, it was new today, but hard bhi tha, but I got it. Okay, so Praja. Susmita Nalamalli saying Sylvester sir was great. Really, he teased us. He teased in correct way. Correct way, I think he's saying. Or so he's saying probably. Okay. So like iPhone 10, like when you submit the first assignment, it is option 1. Like when you submit the second assignment, it is assignment 2. That option you can write, right? Yeah, Jaya, you need to make a practice, right? Abhishek Raj is saying, sir, how we can upload the two Java files together? Is it required somewhere in some assignment?
No, one by one they have to give.
Okay, so you can do one by one, case, guys. So upload them separately, Abhishek, right? Upload them separately. So guys, that was the session for today, and I think now Sylvester would be ready for a doubt session. And before he comes in for the doubts, guys, I'm again referring you that I'm again announcing that registrations for the certificates are open now, guys, right? Registrations for the certificates are open now. You can go and pay through a Google Pay or a Phone Pay or Paytm or UPI or NEFT. You can make a payment of just rupees 200 and claim your certificate there, guys, right? So that is the link. So there was like Ishika saying, sir, please tell again the zip option.
So go here. These three buttons are there. Click on this and say download at zip. Is it clear, guys?
Rohit Pawar is saying, sir, great way to know more about basics, much different from typical definitions of the concepts. Yes, Rohit, you're right. So guys, now I think now you can throw your questions to Sylvester directly for Coding School. Jatin is saying, sir, why we create another file for PAS, and we can do this in PAS Factory too.
You can do, no issues.
Yeah, Jatin, I
Because
think you can
because
create
as
the class.
a modular approach, it is always recommended to create different class in different files. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a best practice that you should use a separate file for each class that you create during the project development, Jatin. That way you would be able to manage the code in a better way rather than putting every class in just one single file, right? iPhone 10, there is only a way to improve your coding is to do the practice. Practice karoge to hi hoga. Practice ke liye what you can do, you can work on the assignments, you work on the code challenges, maybe on Hacker Rank, maybe on the Hacker Earth, right? That is there. No Resit RS, it's okay, that is fine, right? So practice is the only a thing that will make you good into coding, right? सिर्फ किताब पढ़ने से या लेट के YouTube का वीडियो देखने से कोडिंग नहीं आएगी. The coding will come to you only when you practice around it, right? If you can put daily 1 hour, 2 hour, a practice, every day, whatever the programming language you are good at. Maybe you can go with Java, maybe you can go with Python, maybe you can go with JavaScript or any other language that you are like, good at, but you just need to practice it. Otherwise, you will always have that, right? That the syntax, the concepts, right? But when you are told to write some piece of code, even you can't write 2 lines of code because practice nahi hai, and practice nahi hai to 2 line की code भी तुमसे नहीं लिखा जाएगा, right? The way you press the keyboard, right? The way you press the keys on the keyboard will give an impression directly where you are already good or not. उससे ही पता चल जाएगा कीबोर्ड पे कैसे हाथ चल रहा है तुम्हारा, उसी से मालूम चल जाएगी तुम्हारी कहानी. So practice is the only way to make it. There is no other way. There is no magic pill available. Practice करेंगे तो possible है. रोज 1 घंटा 1.5 घंटा धीरे धीरे maybe. And once the good part with the coding is like once you start putting efforts, you start loving it, right? Because every day you get some achievements, you understand some basics, and then you start solving the problem. So every day you get a confidence in you, right? You get an incremental confidence in you, and and then you start liking that as well, right? That yes, I can also do it. मैं भी कर सकता हूँ. I can do that. That is the way. So I think now Sylvester is open for questions, guys. Please do post your questions to Forsk Coding School. Directly to Sylvester, guys.
Barbie is asking, can I create both classes in single file? Yes, Barbie, you can do that, no issues. Okay. Sejal Kotai said today's expression of object-oriented concept is best. Thank you, Sejal. Sagar is saying, sir, I know concept, but I make mistakes, errors due to click cases. Sagar, you need to do practice, that's what. Okay, you need to practice a lot. Okay, practice karoge, ye errors are, and I told you, errors is learning for you guys. Errors nahi aayegi to tumhari learning nahi hogi. You need to have errors, then only you learn. Harshita saying how to get rid of runtime errors. You need to do exception handling, Harshita. There is a concept in Java which is known as exception handling that is used to take care of runtime errors. Okay, it's not that easy to get rid of runtime errors. If you really want to get rid of that, you need to plan your software well, Harshita. So Sagar is saying, sir, reference variable after pointing to heap memory object then stack contains what? It contains the address, Sagar. It's a pointer which contains the address there. Okay. Supraja is saying define, just Google it, Supraja, what is stack and heap. Yeah, you'll get a lot of articles, read that. Shreya, in C++ we never create new press, then what? Then when is the object created? In C++ also you have to create an object using the new operator, Shreya. Without no new you cannot create an object. Soumya is saying what is polymorphism, inheritance and abstraction. Guys, this is not a theoretical class which I'll be giving you some definitions. I'll make you learn what is polymorphism. I'll make you learn what is inheritance by examples. Okay. In the next 3 days, I'll do everything. Don't worry. And abstraction is what? This what we have put in the class is abstraction only. No, we created a PES class and we created an object in PES factory. That's abstraction. Okay. Dashalpreet, what do you need to know about M character concept name? It's a variable, member variable I told you, no? It's a state which is storing my character name. I'm converting that into a member variable and this is the way to do that. Is it clear? Neeraj Sharma is saying what is the difference between print and printf functions? Both does the same, but in printf you can have what you call as %s and %d and you can replace it with the variable, Neeraj. Okay. Neeraj is saying, and sir, your memory management expression is really awesome. No one taught us in this way. Thank you, Neeraj. Abhi, like by just with object without storing it in a variable? I didn't get you, Abhi. Please be elaborate. Shreya is saying, thank you, sir, for both of you who taught OOPS in a very real manner with respect to the real world and had a lot of patience. Thank you, Shreya. Ankit, it is showing me errors on running the code in PES class. Ankit, just follow my video again and follow what I am doing. Okay? There will be no errors, Ankit. Udaya, sir, does attribute and state both are same? Yes, Udaya, they are same only. Ankit is saying, I think the concept of auto compile is not working. If the files are on the same, it will work, Ankit. Which editor you are using, which compiler you are using. Ravi Charan, I'll take it tomorrow. What are member functions? Okay. Thank you, Tejas. Yes, you can do that. You can create an object without. So what you are trying to say is, if you want in the PES factory, this is the question from Abhi. If you want, you can do this also. Okay. Let me write it here. Okay. So you can do what? New PES. This will create another object, Abhi, but you won't be able to use that object. Okay, there's no error. If you see, there's no error because I have not stored that into a reference variable. Okay, but there's no syntax error in that. Rajat, these are different ways of doing. Print line के अंदर अपने आप ही new line character आ जाता है, printf में नहीं आता है. Rajat, is this clear? Print line and printf में difference. बैकस्लैश एन देना पड़ता है प्रिंट एफ के अंदर, प्रिंट एल में जरूरत नहीं है, न्यू लाइन कैरेक्टर अपना आप ही आ जाता है. इज इट क्लियर रजत? Guys who have any doubts, please post your questions to me on Forsk Coding School. Host, you can see me there, host. You can see my name now, Sylvester Fernandez. You can post there. Ankit is saying with JVM and SDK commander interface, auto compile is not working, showing pairs not defined. Ankit, you please use the way which I am teaching you. Use REPL. Okay. Rohit, sir, we used member variable, but what about member? I'll cover tomorrow, Rohit. Don't worry. I only taught you how to create member variables. I'll teach you how to create member functions tomorrow. Barbie is saying, Barbie, what's your name? This is your real name? Thank you, sir. I like the session. बहुत अच्छे से समझ आया. Very good. You're from which college, Barbie? Navya is saying line number 13, why taking printf? I showed you both the ways, Navya. If you see the line number 8, I told you you can use println, \n is not required. If you want, you can use this way also to printf. Okay, here \n is required, Navya. Is this clear now? Navya, is this clear? Sir, are there any questions on your chat? Yes, it will work. Don't. Nick, अंकित यूज कर लो ना उसको repl.it में क्या दिक्कत आ रही है go and use repl.it is there a problem Lavisha you're from which college Lavisha Kurukshetra University okay so are there any questions on your chat
No.
okay I think so
So guys, we'll take. I think we'll take the advanced, concepts in object-oriented programming in tomorrow's session, right? And I think after tomorrow we have one more day as well, right?
yeah
So we'll cover a couple of more important concepts in Java. So that way, in entire 6 days, whatever basically you are taught in any semester in your college or university, right? आपके एक सेमेस्टर में जितनी जावा पढ़ाई जाती है ना, that would be covered in these 6 days. And I think guys would agree with me. Those guys who already know Java and they have gone through their semester subject. Whatever is being discussed here, or will be discussed here in coming 2 days. That makes up more than what you read or what you study in your entire semester, right? So Sam says, yes, sir, that's true. Thank you, Sam.
I would request everybody to just give a feedback on this link I have given you. If you people, whether you people liked it or if you people didn't like, also just give your genuine feedback on this.
आपका जैसा भी एक्सपीरियंस हो वैसा आप गूगल रिव्यू के ऊपर लिख सकते हैं एंड सिर्फ स्टार रेटिंग ना दें बेटर होगा आप वहाँ पे अपनी बात भी लिखें सो प्लीज राइट समथिंग राइट योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग योर रिव्यू what you liked about it or what you did not like about it that way basically helps us understand that how we can improve or like are we doing good or are we doing bad, whatever, right? So guys, please go and click on this link. It's a Google review a link. A pop-up window will open where you can give the star rating and write about your feedback. So please do that. So after today's announcement regarding the certificates, I have got more than 10 people registered for the certificate in last half an hour. I think I announced in the class that was the fact. अगर कुछ question नहीं तो I think we can close it then.
Yeah,
We can close the session
give a
now.
last announcement, guys. If you don't have any questions, we'll end the meeting then. Just give me a confirmation using yes or no. If you don't have any questions, I'll close it. Yeah, people are saying yes. Yeah, Ayushi, what is your spelling, man? A-Y.
So इसी का saying certificate कब तक मिलेंगे? So Sunday तक registration है और Monday को मिल जाएंगे इसी का, right?
Thank you, Soumya.
Thanks, Rohit. See you guys. So guys, see you again at tomorrow, 4 p.m. Till then, take care. Bye bye. See you.
Bye bye.